Welcome to Newton Gate Academy, where we make your dreams come true. I'm Shweta ma'am, and today I'm here to represent another topic, that is static keyword in Java programming language. It is very important topic in Java because when we will discuss regarding functions, now there you must have seen the concept of static keyword. Even when we use the function main, public static void main string args, that time we specify a word static. So why we specify that keyword? Okay, so today we are going to clear the concept regarding the static variable and non-static variable, and how we can initialize these variables, as well as how I can access this type of variables. So okay, without wasting our time, let's begin the topic. So here in the following program, we will discuss both the static variable and non-static variable, how we can initialize them and how we can access them. Okay. So here we go. As the name is, class name is static keyword. Okay. Then here is, I have declared two variables. Both of them belongs to integer type. The name of the variable is A and B. Okay. But in the first line, you can see I have written int A. It's a global variable and a non-static variable. Why? Because if I have not specified a static keyword, then the variable will be treated as a normal variable. Means for declaring any variable as a static variable, I need to mention a static keyword before the name of the variable. Okay. So the first one is your global and a non-static variable. Okay. Next, the second one is int b. It's a static variable. It is also a global variable, but it is a static variable. Okay. Now, the next is public static void main string args. As we know that main function is a static function. That's why for accessing the main function, I don't need to create any object. Clear? So, public static void main string args, this main function is responsible for the execution of the program, and as it is a static, we don't need any object. Next, I have created a object. So let's see how we can create an object. So firstly, before creating any object, we need to mention the class name. So what is the name of the class? That is static keyword. As we are creating object for accessing the members of it, so that's why I have mentioned the class name. Now this object belongs to the class named static keyword. Okay. Next is new. New is an operator which is used for creating this object. For creating this object, we use new keyword or new operator. As well as it will allocate memory for this object. Clear? Now next is static keyword. Again I have written the same thing. But here you can see I have put the brackets also. Clear? So here this static keyword is not at all a function now. Now it will be treated as a constructor. Why? Because we have used this bracket. Okay. Now what is the task of constructor? The task of constructor is to initialize the object. The task of new operator is to create as well as allocate memory for the object, and the task of constructor is to initialize the object. Clear? Next here I have written obj.a equals to 10. Okay. So obj.a equals to 10. Why? As you can see, a is a non-static variable, and for accessing a non-static variable we need an object. Okay. The difference between static variable and non-static variable is that in case of static variable I don't need any object. But in case of non-static variable, I will need object because I am going to access them inside a static function. So if I need to access a non-static variable inside a static function, I will need an object. Clear? That's why it is written obj.a equals to 10. Now what will happen? Obj.a equals to 10, inside the a, 10 will be stored. Okay? Here I have done the initializing non-static variable. In the following way, I will access the non-static variable or initialize a non-static variable inside a static function. Clear? Now the next line is written directly b equals to 20. As I just told you, for accessing a static variable, I don't need any object. Clear? So that's why without an object we will access it. But in case if you have written obj.b, then this line will hit or trigger an error. Syntax error, because we are violating the rule of a static variable. That's why we will not use obj or any object before the static variable name. Okay, so I am removing it. Next, what will happen after this line? Inside b, 20 will be stored. Clear? It's a non-static variable and this one is a static variable. Okay. This part is known as initialization. The following way we can initialize non-static as well as static variable. Now how we can access them? So system.out.println, inside double quotation I have written non-static variable equals to, again obj.a. Why? Because we know that for accessing a non-static variable I will need an object. Clear? So that's why I have written obj.a. So it will access the value a and will print non-static variable equals to 10. Clear? Now moving towards the next line, system.out.println static variable equals to then plus b. As it is a static variable, we don't need object to access the static variable. So it will access this one and will print static variable equals to 20. So is it clear to you? Means in short, we can say that for accessing a non-static variable inside a static function, we need an object. But for accessing a static function variable inside a static function, we don't need an object. I am repeating with this part that here we can conclude that for accessing a non-static variable inside a static function, we will need an object, whether for initialization or for accessing. But in case of static variable, we don't need any object to access or initialize the static variable inside a static function. That's why here I have directly written b equals to 20 and static variable equals to b. Clear? So this is the difference between a static variable and a non-static variable. Okay? So I hope the concept of a static variable is clear to you, that how we can access the static and the non-static variable. But in case if you have any doubt regarding the topic, then you can comment below. And if you like the video, then please do like, share and subscribe our YouTube channel. And as I told you, if you have any doubt, then please in the comment section mention your doubts. Okay, so for now, bye bye and see you in the next video.